Yo, it's your boy Senior V.
What's up? This your boy Cash.
It's your boy Jeremiah. What's up?
Know what I'm saying? We got another one today. Uh, family structure, family structure for the episode today. But before we get in there, you already know my boy Cash got a pregame. You gotta let us know.
All right, fellas. Let me ask you fellas this question. You know, as we are, as we are men, we are men. Ambitious men. But we also have responsibilities outside our purpose, right? So I'm gonna ask you fellas this: can family be a burden to your purpose?
What kind of family? Like, are you saying like you as a father and
You as a father, you have a wife and kids, and you have a purpose as well.
um
They shouldn't be.
Hmm.
They shouldn't be a burden.
they should I don't think they shouldn't be a burden.
Nah, bro.
No, I don't think they should be a burden because especially if you being the exceptional
Mm-hmm.
father, you're doing everything you're supposed to do, leading by example. They should,
Yeah.
wife should be aligned to what you have going on, and the kids need to
Mm-hmm.
respect and honor and listen to their parents. So I don't think it'll be a burden. Now on the other hand, like family, as far as like you probably got like brothers or sisters or cousins or something like that, depending on the situation. Um, Even parents, like mother, father, they could be a burden to
Mm-hmm.
you too, holding you back from your purpose, not letting you. Basically, you just always trying to help them, not realizing like you're not, you know, doing the things you need to do to separate yourself and grow, as far as what God has for you. Um, we all, me personally, we all get mixed up in it. You want to help your people out. But it's certain stuff, especially it's a time where you need to really focus in on yourself, because at the end of the day, you can't help everybody. The decisions they make is the decisions they make. You can't you know try to help or make up for their bad decisions or whatever decisions they make. So as far as like burden, I don't think father can do that, but as far as like a brother or sister, they probably can in my eyes.
I agree. If the household is healthy from a husband perspective, it shouldn't be a burden.
Yeah.
But like he said, other than that, son, brother, sister, cousin, whatever, uh, in that aspect, it could be a burden. Could be a burden. Due to always help uh, family, especially if they know you're kind of like the breadwinner or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Some family members there tend to, ask, it's good to help every now and then, but you gotta, in certain seasons in your life, you have to be selfish.
Mm-hmm.
So you can, like he said, so you can grow and take your life to the next level, so you can even help even more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, but other than that, as long as your household is healthy and between the husband and the wife and the kids, it should be a burden. Because if your wife and your kids is a burden, it's a problem that you're gonna need to figure it out. Because there shouldn't be no burden.
Yeah, for a fact. I think it's the reason, like, should be, God, the husband, wife, children. I
Right.
think if they keep it in that order and stay
Yeah.
um, aligned to what God needs them to do, I think it'd be fine. Cause family and kids and having God wants you to find a wife, and have some kids. So I don't think it'd be a burden. If it is a burden, yeah, it's some, like Jeremiah said, it's something there that's missing, like something they not doing. Um, and honestly, I'm gonna hold it on the man, because at the end of the day, you're the leader.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's something that's not, um, if there's something broken in that family or whatever, um, I'm gonna hold it on him, because as a leader, you're supposed to figure out where y'all lacking,
Hmm.
as a team and come up with solutions to get better.
Right. I mean, I think it could play, not being equally yoked, not having the same vision for the foreseeable future.
Yeah,
Because as a man, you do give your family the vision on where you taking them as a leader or where you leading them. I mean, but when people don't see eye to eye, and that's when people start to bump heads and things of that nature, and then some things you can't do because people don't agree, and that can like hinder you from being where you're supposed to be. But you fellas hit it right on the nose. Like, yeah, family is a burden, but it's all on you. It can be a burden, but it's all on you and the boundaries that you set with your family and the expectations that you set. Because if you don't set those expectations and let it be known, I mean, things could get out of control for some
yeah.
families. I mean, that could. I mean, you could get into some situations that could set you back, really, even. But like, I just think it's just about boundaries and communication.
I mean, it's a good thing that you brought up the equally yoked. Um, that's why men before that's like the biggest and greatest decision you'll ever make is like picking your wife. So
Mm-hmm.
be careful, make sure you're actually like vetting these young women and making sure they're aligned to your path, and y'all got the same goals and ambition um, for what y'all want to create or accomplish. Um, but as we dive into this family structure, what are like um, some core elements of what do you think are like some core elements for a strong and supportive family that they need?
Well, me, of course, I mean, it's in our pillars: faith, discipline, and unity. I'm a big discipline guy.
Yeah,
Um, I believe this is very vital to have a routine throughout the household. Having like certain days where we do certain things, and just kind of putting your family on a ritual, like daily duties and things of that nature. Because when you don't have a duty in the household, it's like you have no control,
yeah,
and they just waking up and doing whatever, like just winging things, and that's how you know things and situations may come about that you really don't want to deal with. But I just think being disciplined and having a routine, and going to bed at a certain time, waking up at a certain time, eating, going to school, maybe doing activities, that could, better your family bond, or, you know, things that could help develop your kids' skills and your wife's skills, even your own skills. So,
mm,
being disciplined and being on that straight path is, I think that's a kind of a core foundation to keep your family, in a proper structure.
yeah. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's no point for me to add to that. Yeah, I think our pillars speak uh, volume on what is needed for that strong and supportive family. Having that faith in God and um, having that unity of being together, working together, being a
Mm.
team, and just having the discipline uh, for overall the overall family. I believe. Next question is: how does family structure influence a child's development, like both emotionally and um, socially?
Mm, and either hurt them depending on how the influence goes. If they have a good foundation and at home, I feel like they would be more ahead of the child that don't have a good foundation at the crib. Um, it would kind of make them in a negative way. If it's negative at the household, I'm pretty sure their self esteem is not gonna be as high.
Mm,
Confidence in themselves not gonna be as high, and they're not gonna be able to be socially aware of a lot of things. They might be uh, in a shell where nobody really can get to them. They get in shutdown mode when certain activities come, when they out in the real world, they're not gonna be able to, stand up to the challenge because in their household they wasn't taught a certain way. There was, they didn't have that leader, they didn't have that man, and they didn't have that father in their life to really teach them what it's about when you get in the real world, or they didn't have that mother in their life that really just showed them the nurture and love that they show. So they might treat women any kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, and so, but if it's positive, it can influence them in a way of, they'll be more ahead of the class. You know what I'm saying? They'll be in front
Yeah.
of the line, and you know,
How can you show the support to the kids, bro?
I would say by being there, like a lot of times people might, I'm gonna be their son and you're not there, like, and try to be on time. I know things happen in life, but try to be at every event of your child's life. I know you're not gonna make it to all of them, but at least just be there. Try your hardest to be there, and as a parent, you should always lead by example. Don't just tell kids what's right and you not doing right,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, they look up to you. Even if you like you don't think they're looking up to you, they're listening to you, and they're really like observing how you treat your wife, how you treat your husband, how you clean the house, how you move, how you do this, how you go to work each and every day, bro. They're watching you. So I would say set a great example and be there for them through the ups and downs. Like show emotionally support and ask about them, ask about their day, bro. Don't you know just they come in the house, hey, left them walk in the room. Like
Yeah.
when they leave your house, bro, it's a lot that going on in this world, and you should always check on your kids, bro.
Yeah.
Like even if I don't want to talk about it, Dad, we gonna talk about it,
Mm.
cause you never know, what it's a lot, bro. It's a lot of shit going on at schools, bro. Like shooting and all this other shit, bro. Check on your kids, bro, cause once they leave out your house, bro, you have no control, bro. You have no control, so check on your kids and just be there in each and every way and be a great example, be a leader, bro.
Yeah, I love how you brought up, the emotional part about self-esteem, because I
Yeah.
think that kind of goes over a lot of people's head, because how our kids leave the house and how they interact socially with the kids at the school, that's kind of a that kind of plays a part of how they're treated at home. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? I think it's important that we install confidence in our kids and make our kids feel like they're the best kids in the world. They could do anything. They could do whatever they put their mind to, because I mean that kind of plays a part on how they interact with their peers, how they interact with the world. Because you got a son, and you install confidence in him. Like he plays sports, man. You tell him he the baddest motherfucker on the field or on the
Yeah.
court. Like you know, you tell him, you give him affirmations like you can do this, you can do that. I mean, and that will show in his whenever he goes out and perform, even if he ain't the best, he'll have the confidence.
Yeah.
Be like, I mean,
To try to
to try to
Yeah.
perform at a high level, because my father believes in me.
Mm.
My father thinks I'm the best, so I'm going walk like I'm the best. And the same thing with the daughter. Like, a father is a daughter's first love. You can tell your daughter that she's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like you love the way she is. You love her just the way she is, and that'll go a long way with her. So she's not really looking for validation from
Nothing.
those little boys
Yeah.
at school, whatnot. Because my father tells me I'm beautiful very often. He tells me he loves me,
Mm.
and he tell me that he cares for me. So she won't be so just eager to receive that
Attention. Yeah,
validation from outside the house.
for sure.
So I just think it's just very important that we build our children's self-esteem up to and to go out in this world in order to coexist.
How has your family structure shaped y'all?
Um, it shaped me to be confident.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, um, it shaped me to work. You know, don't be lazy. Get up and be active. The way I was raised, I was very active. Athletic, always in the streets playing either basketball or football, and there was always some competition. So it wasn't like no hating competition, but it was like
Mm-hmm.
even if, like I said, even if it's after church and we just outside, we just want to be the best person outside. Or
Yeah.
my grandpa used to host a Bible study at his crib, and we wanted to have the best. We have what we used to do at the end of the Bible study. We all have like a point, like what we learned.
Yeah.
We always want to have the best, lesson learned, what we learned out that lesson or that message that he preached. Um, but it just shaped me to be confident, bro, and continue to put the work in. Don't be lazy and be respectful. Um, Taught me how to treat a lady. Uh, Respect other men. Don't be disrespectful, bro. And and first and most importantly, keep God in my life, bro. That's
You know what I'm
the
saying?
main thing I grew up on. Is faith. Believing in God. God is the glue, of everything in my life. So that's influenced me to be positive, confident, have great work ethic, and be respectful to men and women in my life.
I definitely say when I was growing up, um, it definitely helped me a lot. I had two older brothers, basically just me going to the schools they went to right after them is kind of I had basically like I wouldn't say a target on my back, but it's like they were doing good, so it's just like, hey, oh, you so and so little brother, huh? I'm like, yeah. And at first it was like, I wouldn't say it was like it was just hard, but it was like a big challenge for me because one of my brother, he's 6'6". I'm not there. And then my other brother, he was fast, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't tall, I wasn't that fast. So it was just like, coming up in the sports and everything, they was expecting me to, um, be of that nature, just be like a great athlete. Um, so I would say that definitely helped me, like, always strive to keep getting better, trying to, um, understand that regardless of the opportunities, you can still, rise above them and, just, do the best you can. So it was always like Jeremiah said, it was always like a competitive thing. Like I gotta do better than them or something like that. And they also shaped me because when I was little, I was chubby. So like I would walk in the room and bro would just be like it'd be anything like. I'll beat him at Madden. He'd just be like, "You still fat?" So it's just like, so it's just like what I'm saying. That helped me, get the mindset as I got older to get in shape. Um, some people could have tore down and stuff like that, but I looked at it as an opportunity. Like, it ain't gonna stop. So the only way to stop is fix yourself. So that's what I did. Like it'll be like the smallest things. Like it regardless of what it was, anything. I just walk in the room and be like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro, you like really fat, bro. Like you gotta get that together. And it's like some people would take it real harshly. Some people were bad, but it was like banter and stuff like that. So, um, and then just growing up with my grandpa, he basically made sure we was that disciplined. Like every weekend we cutting the grass regardless, get up, um, staying active and stuff like that. Then um, my mom just being there and just doing the things she needed to do for us. So I definitely say my family structure as I grew up had some definitely opportunities, um, definitely some challenges, but a lot of stuff that I rose from I rose above and accomplished. So I definitely see challenges now in the future that's not really a big challenge or opportunity for me because I've been through this situation before, so it's kind of easy. Um, would y'all say the the family structures, as we're in our 20s, and then the family structure was different from when we was young, and our parents was young and stuff like that, and how they grew up. Um, do you think social media has like an impact on how families should be,
Yeah.
ran and did before? Like from now and from now, do you think it has an impact and change the way we do things now?
Yeah, I would say, to the naive mind, people that just, believe everything they hear. On social media, everybody got an opinion on what you need to be doing and how
Yeah,
you need to be doing it.
Yeah.
To the naive mind, of course, people on social media, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. But I mean, I believe it's all based on, what that family needs. I mean, as a man, you set the tone for the structure of your family. You may be a businessman, so you may need to run a different structure, or you may be a dad that does something else. Whatever's for
yeah,
your family, I'm pretty sure God will send you the woman that can, make that work.
yeah.
If you
You
six
think
figure man,
you think God sends you the woman?
yeah, God sends you the woman that you need. Absolutely.
I don't. I had somebody ask me that question. Me personally, I don't think because I hear all the time like, oh, God gonna send me my man, or God gonna send me the woman. I don't think. I definitely think God puts people in your life,
Hmm.
but I definitely think He um, gives you the decision. Like you're gonna be in charge of who you choose.
Hmm.
I don't think God just gives you charge, because that would be because He doesn't even give you charge of you know or force you to follow Him. He gives us that free will. So I don't think God will just hey, this gonna be your wife. He probably already know what you're gonna do or make,
I
but I
see
don't
what you're
think
saying. Like basically, like put her in the vicinity for you to make the decision.
yeah. But He doesn't choose it, because some people see oh, that'll probably be a good person for me, or any situation, not even just picking a partner, and they don't choose the right thing, because people don't choose that some people don't choose God.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just about having that discernment. What you need in your life, how you want to put your family on a line, and really just what you need. I mean, like you said, God will just maybe put her in your vicinity, and you can have that discernment to kind of just pick that out, and like if like see like, oh, she may be like the one that
Hmm.
that can work best for me.
But nobody's perfect,
Right.
and I'm not perfect, so I'm not expecting my woman to be
Mm.
perfect. But there is some things that I would definitely like her to qualities and characteristics that I would like her to have. Um, but would you say how modern and modern today's and age family structures, do you think we should adapt to the modern lifestyle for family structures, or you think we should like remain rooted to our traditional structure?
Hmm.
I think there's some things we need to
Hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
adapt to, but I think um, somebody said it, I forgot, but like keeping the main thing.
Right.
Um, that's that God and that faith for sure should always be in the household, regardless. It's the only thing that's gonna keep you going. Um, Definitely, there's some things that we have to adapt to. More women are working,
Hmm.
which is a good thing. Um, Depending on, but all this depends on what works best for you and your significant other.
Hmm.
Uh, but there are some things we know we have to adapt to. But like overall, I think we just keep the main thing the main thing. That definitely I'll say our community lost track or lost a lot of control of is the unity.
Right.
We're not seeing a lot of marriages. We're just seeing a lot of kids
Hmm.
just running around. Um, so one thing that's something we definitely lost. As far as back then, we saw a lot of families, and now we're not seeing that many. That's something we should keep we shouldn't, keep pushing it. This, single parenthood, regardless if it's a mother or a father. We should, continue to push um, the unity. And, as we speak, being together, creating more families, working together, and as far as and it's not even just dealing with your immediate family. It could be your cousins and stuff like their families, like
Right.
our future families, us coming together. Just making sure they got like a good foundation and a good supportive system, regardless if it's you know my family to yours or your family to mine, but just everybody working together. Um, what are some? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is add to what your point. It's just the overall of the people just straying away from God,
Yeah.
God's word. God preaches unity and togetherness, and it's as decades and decades have gone by. People have just kind of families have just kind of split up.
Yeah.
The structure, and that's when like the structure kind of leaves and things like that because not to I mean we could talk about the father, but we always know the pillar of the family is just the grandfather.
You think
Like
so?
as like the whole family. I mean, and
Mm.
from what I know,
Yeah.
I'm just speaking on me. I don't know if it's different from you guys, but like as a whole, like the grandfather's always been like the pillar and like the people, the one people look up to.
Mm.
The people, the one that people need for assistance. The people. He's like the chief. You know, like a tribe or something like that. And then when things happen or his time has passed. And that's when the families kind of disperse and kind of fall away from God, or it may not be the grandfather, it may be the father, or uncle,
Hmm.
whoever that pillar is. It's just that person. You know who that person is in your family, and then he may waste out. His time's coming. People stray away from God. I just think it's together. It's important, to pass the torch. Families
Yeah.
can usually pass the torch. Somebody got to step up and kind of keep that tradition going. Keep that family structure intact for your family to be successful.
Um, as we wrap up this episode, what are some, what's one key advice that you're gonna have for your family structure in the future, or or things you're trying to do right now, for yourselves, for your family, or how you gonna make sure things are ran to make sure you get a good, strong, and supportive unit as a whole.
Um, well, it's gonna be known that we are one. There's no individuals in the household. Um, you know, um, we all gonna have responsibilities.
Yeah.
That can be meaning chores, washing dishes. Everybody gonna have a responsibility in the house. Um, we're gonna have a lot of quality time to really, um, you know more about each other because you never know, even your parents or even whoever you're dealing with, you never know somebody 100%.
Yeah.
So we always gonna in my household we always gonna have that time where we gonna have fun. We gonna have that time where we just talking and it ain't always gotta be serious. Like we gonna just have fun and learn each other and be there for each other and have responsibilities. Like that's the problem. Like a lot of kids now don't have no responsibility. They just come home and get on the game. Get your ass up, boy. Go wash some dishes, or go put that trash,
Like, you gotta watch the dishes.
or go cut the grass. You finna do something, bro. You're not finna just come on
And
from
then go straight to the
you
room
ain't
and
go
get on.
straight to the
Yeah,
room and
man.
close your door. No, no. You finna do something, or we gonna have a conversation or something. So just really, we all gonna move as one. We all gonna support each other. Um, if I can't be there, mama gonna be there.
Yeah.
If mama can't be there, brother gonna be there.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna be there and show that support, bro. And when we fall short in life, we gonna be like I said, we gonna be as one. I'm always have a shoulder for someone to cry on in my household. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to hide nothing from. Even if you like embarrassed, like something happened in school and you're embarrassed, I'ma have that. I'ma have that relationship where my kids or my wife can come to me about anything. Like you don't have to go home and hide it, bro.
Mhm.
You can come to my room or living room. You can like, hey, dad, this happened to me today, whoop de whoop, whatever. And I want you to feel comfortable in my household where you can do that and not be ashamed or I'm scared to tell my dad. I don't want my kids or nobody in my household to fear me. No, I'm not finna be that type of leader
Yeah.
where, oh, I'm scared of my dad. No, bro. I'm gonna be the one that you can come to. I'm gonna be disciplined. Like, don't come to me on no bullshit. But I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna be there for you through the good and the bad. We're gonna be as one. I'm gonna teach you how to be responsible, how to be disciplined, and I'm gonna be real with you always. If you fucking up or you doing good, I'm not finna. If you in sports and you miss 30 tackles, I'm not finna pat you on your
Hey,
ass. You
there
might
you
not
go.
eat. Nigga, you might not. I'm gonna keep it real, but I'm not finna be one of them. Oh, you did good, baby. No, you did not.
Yeah, we're not. We ain't
You
finna lie.
got caught on 3 times. No, you did not, son. You need to work. Like, you tripping, fool. You tripping. So, it's going to be fun, bro. I'm going to be a leader, though. We all going to be as one.
I mean, on the way home, like, hey, we getting Chick-fil-A, but this little nigga ain't getting shit. Don't do that bullshit again, bro. You got my last name on it. Fuck is wrong with you, boy?
Facts, bro.
You're not eating tonight, nigga.
Facts. Real talk.
No, but man, I second that, man. Just things I'm gonna make sure is like especially that just coming home, going straight to the room.
Yeah.
If just getting on the game, yeah, you can play the game for sure. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna speak because it's like my uncle would say that, man. I go to church and then I come up to him to start talking. He just be like, "Did I sleep with you, little nigga?" He be like, "Did I sleep with you, little nigga?" I was like, "Nah." He's like, "Well, speak to him. How you doing? How you day going?" He was like, "For sure, for sure." So it's like, yeah, same thing, man. Just the discipline. I think the man holds so much weight on the shoulders of making sure the household is ran because your wife is looking to you as the backbone and the rock. So it's just we just got to be on point, man. I just pray that I'm on this earth for a long time and I can build some fruit
Mm.
and just really just be disciplined, day after day, regardless of how I'm feeling, just making sure my people good. Regardless of that, we just gonna be one oil, one machine, and just keep on moving, just making sure everybody on point, understanding they roles, and everybody just doing what they can and doing their best. Make sure my kids they give 100%. That's all I ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you give 100% in anything you do, regardless, I think that's the only way to go out. Regardless if it don't come to the goal you want, but if you gave 100%, that's cool. But not that bullshit. You getting caught on 3 times. That's not your 100%. We're gonna have to work on that. But nah, man. Cash, what you got, man? What you got, man?
Similar to what you guys said, I will be running a very tight ship.
You should. You should.
We will be, it'll be a disciplined household. We will have unity and we will have faith in God. It's simple. We're gonna be going to church. You're gonna get the word. You going to church whether you want to or not.
Yeah, I ain't
'Cause
trying.
that's how I grew up.
I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to just be in that whole like, damn, there go your daddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, we ain't finna be on no bullshit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, everybody gonna have to get right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not finna be. First of all, we not finna have no bullshit snacks in the house. We like, regardless, like, we're not doing that. You're not finna be eating hot Cheeto, big ass bag of hot Cheeto all throughout the night on the game. Get your big ass up.
Yeah.
We're not doing that, bro.
That's one of the problems most people have. Like, they just let their kids eat whatever.
Anything Lay's for dinner.
I kid you not, bro.
And your kids should not. Some of these kids are way too big for their age, bro.
I kid you not, bro. Back in my day, you know what I'm saying? Like 15, 16. I used to work at a little
Bro.
I used to work at a Cinnabon shop, man. You know what I'm saying? The big ass cinnamon rolls.
Mm.
Mind you, it's 10 in the morning. It's 10 in the morning, Slime.
Nigga, it was the cookie cake, that triple motherfucker. Bro.
10 in the morning. It's 10 in the morning. Why are you trying to feed your kid a big ass cinnamon roll and a big ass piece of cake at 10 in the morning? That didn't make no sense to me.
They didn't even eat breakfast.
Didn't even eat breakfast, but that's the first thing you gonna give your kid.
Cinnamon roll.
And they show up already big, so they been doing.
Belly big.
Mm-hmm.
You got an 8-year-old weighing 180.
Oh, no. Shut up.
But
180 and 8.
Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna be real. Bro's like
That's
10.
a problem.
Bro's
He might
10,
not be
but
180,
He might
but
be 180. I for sure. He pushing like 130. He pushing 130.
Eight, yeah, that's bad for 8.
At 10, at 8?
Yeah.
and then they be short and stubby. Like
Yeah, like come
Can't
on,
move.
fool. You giving this dude a cinnamon roll?
you already set this man up for failure.
Like what?
Like some kids be, some parents be setting their kids up to be bullied. Like I'm not condoning bullying, but like look what you doing to your kids. Bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you wonder why he going to school getting called fat ass. Look, he's a fat ass.
He coming home with one shoe. Like it's your fault.
Like come on, bro.
Like we gotta
You gotta
make
do
sure.
better, bro.
My kid, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not finna be like, oh, I don't want that. Well, that's what your mama cooks, so sit down.
No, fact.
For
Nah,
sure.
fact.
That's how I used to come on like, oh, I don't want it for sure. Can I get something else? No, you're not hungry. I swear they like
Then
that.
like my daddy was so disciplined. Like he'd be like, you better eat that food. You get no juice.
Oh God, I swear to
You
God.
get no juice. Get up from the table. You get no juice.
Nigga said you get.
Yeah, he'll make us a plate like he gonna eat it. He'll make like a daddy plate for his kid. Like, bro, you gonna eat that motherfucker, boy. Eat it. Like you not get up from the table, none of that. Eat that food, bro. You not going to get up juice and shit. No, bro. Eat that food.
Man, if you like, you know, if you a young nigga, you still with your people, man. Eat your mama food, man.
Yeah, man, you gotta enjoy that, man.
Unless you have you gotta show me your mama shit nasty. You gotta show me like your mama shit nasty than a bro.
Yeah, if your mama shit nasty, I understand. I understand. It's like,
Yeah,
go ahead,
it's been
sneak
many-
out of the house, go to jail.
But somebody in that household should be able to cook, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Some
Like,
noodles or
like-
something. Like, I don't know what you gotta do.
Nah, you gotta eat better than noodles.
Yeah, I don't recommend those. But I ain't saying I ain't never ate them.
Nah,
I
fact.
ate them back in the day, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm never touching them hoes again.
Yeah.
Them
Yeah,
not
it's
it.
been many nights. Yeah, I didn't want to eat it. I sat at that table, that food. My daddy was like,
No.
"Eat that food."
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
10 o'clock, and I'm like, "Bro, I don't like sweet potatoes."
Eat them.
Bro, eat it, bro. I'm in man, bro. I don't
Oh
want to eat
yeah.
it.
For sure.
Fact,
But, yeah, I
fact.
mean, shit. But that nutrients, that food your mama cooking, that's gonna show up. You know, when you playing sports and all that stuff like that, and you wonder why your son's slow.
Yeah.
Everybody else way faster than him.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that's what you
Or even when you get older,
exactly.
or when you get like 20s, you already having health problems. Cause you was eating bullshit at 6. That shit gonna catch up to you. Like,
Nah, for real. But I think we went over a lot of good things for the family structure that we have. Just making sure our people, people our age, you know, getting some valid advice on, you know, how they, what we think is best to do things to, you know, set your people up for success, set your family up for success. But we do appreciate y'all. We do love y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow us on the gram individually, or you know you can follow us on the main page. That's Men and Melanin. That's MENNMEELANIN. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all, and we out.